Music expresses that which cannot be put into words and that which cannot remain silent. He never went out without a book under his arm, and he often came back with two. Even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. What is love? I have met in the streets a very poor young man who was in love. His hat was old, his coat worn, the water passed through his shoes and the stars through his soul. Music expresses that which cannot be said and on which it is impossible to be silent. To love another person is to see the face of God. To put everything in balance is good. To put everything in harmony is better. The power of a glance has been so much abused in love stories that it has come to be disbelieved in. Few people dare now to say that two beings have fallen in love because they have looked at each other. Yet it is in this way that love begins, and in this way only. Love is like a tree. It grows by itself, roots itself deeply in our being, and continues to flourish over a heart in ruin. The inexplicable fact is that the blinder it is, the more tenacious it is. It is never stronger than when it is completely unreasonable. It is nothing to die. It is frightful not to live. Not being heard is no reason for silence. Have courage for the great sorrows of life and patience for the small ones, and when you have laboriously accomplished your daily task, go to sleep in peace. God is awake. The greatest happiness of life is the conviction that we are loved for ourselves, or rather, loved in spite of ourselves. Laughter is sunshine. It chases winter from the human face. To love or have loved, that is enough. Ask nothing further. There is no other pearl to be found in the dark folds of life. Those who do not weep do not see. Promise to give me a kiss on my brow when I am dead. I shall feel it. She dropped her head again on Marius' knees, and her eyelids closed. He thought the poor soul had departed. Eponine remained motionless. All at once, at the very moment when Marius fancied her asleep forever, she slowly opened her eyes, in which appeared the somber profundity of death, and said to him in a tone whose sweetness seemed already to proceed from another world, "And by the way, Monsieur Marius, I believe that I was a little bit in love with you. To learn to read is to light a fire. Every syllable that is spelled out is a spark. If I speak, I am condemned. If I stay silent, I am damned. Reason is intelligence taking exercise. Imagination is intelligence with an erection. Certain thoughts are prayers. There are moments when, whatever be the attitude of the body, the soul is on its knees. You who suffer because you love, love still more. To die of love is to live by it. Teach the ignorant as much as you can. Society is culpable in not providing a free education for all, and it must answer for the night which it produces. If the soul is left in darkness, sins will be committed. The guilty one is not he who commits the sin, but he who causes the darkness. You ask me what forces me to speak? A strange thing, my conscience. He who opens a school door closes a prison. A garden to walk in and immensity to dream in, what more could he ask? A few flowers at his feet and above him the stars. People do not lack strength, they lack will. A man is not idle because he is absorbed in thought. There is visible labor and there is invisible labor. There is nothing like a dream to create the future. Nothing makes a man so adventurous as an empty pocket.